Hello everyone, I am Rekha Murthy, Assistant Professor from Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. Today I am here to discuss about the problem based on the retardation test. A retardation test is carried out on a 1000 RPM DC machine and the time taken for the speed to fall from 1030 RPM to 970 RPM is 40 seconds with no excitation. Second one, that is 20 seconds with full excitation, and the third case 9 seconds with full excitation and armature supplying an extra load of 10 amperes at 225 volts. Calculate sub-question 1, that is moment of inertia of the armature in kg meter square. Sub-question 2, iron losses. Sub-question 3, mechanical losses at the mean speed of 1000 RPM. See here, before we start with the solving this problem based on the moment of inertia, we have to remember the 2 points. They have given the three cases. With one case is with no excitation, second thing is full excitation, and the third one is with full excitation and armature supplying an extra load. So in that, what is the meaning of the no excitation? When there is no excitation and the armature is slowed down, the kinetic energy is used to overcome the mechanical losses. So therefore, there will be no iron loss. So there will be only the mechanical losses. So I have written Wm. Okay. So during the determination of a Wm, so this is the time period we have to take up, 40 seconds. Okay. Second thing, when there is a full excitation, when there is an excitation provided, then the kinetic energy is used to supply both the mechanical loss as well as iron loss, which is called as the stray loss. So I have written here, during the full excitation, Ws can be determined, that is stray loss. So during finding out this value, we have to take up the corresponding time period as the 20 seconds. Right? Fine. So let us note down the given values. The difference of the speed, that is dn, can be written as 1030 minus 970, which leads to 60 RPM. And the normal speed is 1000 RPM. And here the time slots is given as the first time slot with no excitation considered as a T1, and the second there is another 2 times is given, so we have to name it as T1, T2 and T3. So T1 will be the with no excitation, so also T2 is there and T3 is there. So let me take up the T3 as a full excitation, and T2 is an intermediate position, so that will be a 9 seconds. Okay. And the corresponding the extra load is taken, that is 10 amperes and 225 volts. So that is I value and V value. Now let us determine the moment of inertia, that is I. So how to determine the I? So to determine the I, we have to realize the formula of the stray losses, which can be given as Ws is equal to 2 pi by 60 whole square into In into dn divided by d3. Right? So here why you have taken this T3 is we can find out the moment of inertia only during the full excitation. So therefore I have considered the time slot T3 for the 20 seconds. Okay. So with full excitation, this will be the end time, this will be the starting time, this is the end time, and this is the time which will be intermediate position. Okay. When it is in between of the supply load and as well as the armature load, supply side and the load side. Okay, so that is a 9 seconds. So that is why I have taken this as T2 and this will be a T3. So therefore, the moment of inertia can be determined only during the full excitation. That is why we have taken dn divided by d3. In this case, the n value is normal speed, that is 1000 RPM, and this dn is just now we have solved, and T3 is given. For that, to determine the moment of inertia, you should also know the value of Ws, that is stray loss. Stray loss can be obtained when there is a full excitation, right? So here we can write down, that is W dash into the difference of the 2 time. That is, you can take the time will be with the full excitation, and the another time will be intermediate position. Okay, so here when you are switching, this is with no excitation on the supply side. Okay, and this is on the final value, and this is in between. So let me take the switch position like this. Okay, this is on the no excitation 40, and on the full excitation it is 20, and it is in between means 9. See here, the 20 is the final value, the time t. Okay, so this I have denoted as t3. This time is t2. So intermediate of these, that means we have to cross the 9 seconds, right? So that is why we have to take a difference of these two time intervals, 20 and 9. So therefore t2 is 9. So therefore it will be written as w dash into t2 divided by t3 minus t2. Okay, getting that value right. So in that w dash, if suppose one thing, if suppose they have not mentioned this value, okay, if this switch position is not in this value, then we have to take a difference of these two values. That is what we discussed in the previous session. Now in this session, what is there? The 9 second extra thing they have given here. So I have to take a difference between these two. So therefore we will get w dash into t2 divided by t3 minus t2. Okay, in that w dash is nothing but the power observed, that is V into I. So what is the time taken during that time? So that is 225 volt and 10 amperes of an extra load. So that we have to solve. So once you get solve this w dash, we will get the value as 2250 watts, and this value will be substituted in the ws. So we will get the ws value as 1840.9 watts. So that value will be substituted here in the sub question 1. From this we can determine the moment of inertia, which is solved as we will get 55.95 kg meter square. This is about the sub question 1. Next, coming to the iron loss, sub question 2. Iron loss is nothing but it will be a difference between the stay loss and mechanical loss, because as I told you, stay loss is nothing but combination of iron loss plus the mechanical loss. Therefore, the iron loss can be given as the difference between the stay loss and mechanical loss, right? First, we will determine what is the mechanical loss, that is sub question 3. To determine that mechanical loss, let us write down the relationship of the stay loss, what we have realized. That is 2 pi by 60 whole square into In into dn by d3. Then what about the mechanical loss? That can be given as same thing, that is 2 pi by 60 whole square into In into dn divided by, okay, when, at what time period we are producing the mechanical loss? That is, you can see with no excitation, that is t1. Correct. So therefore I have to take it as dn by dt1. So when you divide these two equations, all terms are similar, only the time period is changing. So Wm divided by Ws will be equal to T3 divided by T1. When you solve this, we will get half. So therefore Wm is equal to half of the stay loss. So whatever the stay loss you have got here, make it half of it. We'll get the value as 920.45 watts. Okay. That will be the mechanical loss. Similarly for the iron loss, when you take a difference between this value 1840.9 and the 920.45, again we will get the same answer, that is 920.45 watts. This is how we have to solve the problem. So thank you for watching.